Come in.
Hi, my name's Tyler. How are
Tyler,
you?
nice to meet you. You don't look like Jerry. I'm behind you, sorry.
My bad. Sorry.
Fine.
No, I am not Jerry. I am different
What
from
happened to
him.
Jerry?
He decided to go down a different road, so I will be taking over
Okay.
for your account.
Alright.
I know that I actually saw in his notes that you were one of his top ones to talk to, so I wanted to touch base with you and kind of see what's going on.
Alright,
I know this
sounds good.
transition can sometimes be rough, but I just want to see where we are
Okay,
between the two
sounds
of
good.
us.
Sounds good.
So can you give me a little bit
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
what's going on?
Jerry came in, a lot of energy,
Mhm.
brought me a lot of promises and did not keep any of them.
Okay.
Young kid, great guy, but
Right.
again, just kind of, he'd come in and he wouldn't give me anything. A little upset by that, I guess.
Well, that's rough to hear. I'm sorry that happened like that. We would not want that to actually continue like that. So I want to step in and kind of resolve that issue and kind of
Okay.
give you a little more room to trust us.
Right.
Because unfortunately, that's not really supposed to be how it happens. But some things happen and miscommunications here and there. So we're gonna try and work maybe
Okay.
and fix that.
Let's
for
hope.
you. So can you tell me a little bit about your client base and what you were looking for? I did go over his notes and I did notice that there's a couple retailers.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're interested in?
I work with a lot of small businesses. We're a community bank, so
Okay.
we try everything we do. We try to help the community. So
Right.
all these small businesses, we try to give them the best rates we can. So that being said, like you said, I work with the retailers. I do that, but my focus is really definitely the mom and pop restaurants, the landscaping companies, the daycares, things like that.
Okay, I will write that down.
Okay.
All right, so mom and pop restaurants. So this strip that we're on, there's a lot of those kind of restaurants.
Definitely,
Do you
yeah.
have many of those clients, or
A few of them. What happened is we're a relatively new branch, so all these customers had banks already.
Right.
I don't know if they're happy with them or not, but it's tough to get people to
That
switch
is something
banks.
that we could look into, definitely. So, tell you what, I will write that down. I will look into that and see if anybody in the company has contacts with them.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of do a little bit of research here and there and figure it out.
Alright.
We did do some restructuring with the district. Part of the reason why I think the trust was a little bit broken was because it was such a big region for
Okay.
Jerry to handle. So what we did was we restructured it completely.
Okay.
Broke it up into different sections. So when we kind of get all of that played out, I will definitely also inform you of any other kind of little background changes that are
Okay.
going to happen, but I doubt it's going to be anything really crazy.
So are you working with just my bank, or do you have other banks that you're
I
working
do
with?
not. So the way that the structure is working, it's actually working in your favor. You are the only bank that I'm closely working with.
Okay.
But there are other people in that old district that are working with banks, so I can kind of see what those banks are working with to
Alright.
kind of do a
Yeah.
comparison
Definitely.
to see who they have and who they want.
Okay.
And kind of get the conversation going between all of those different banks in the area.
Okay.
My sole purpose is to really focus on the relationship and kind of repair any kind of problems that could have happened. I definitely want to reach out to you if possible, weekly or bi-weekly,
Okay.
to kind of see where we are.
Right.
My expectation is that it's going to have a mutual beneficial relationship between the two of us. So, as much as you want leads from me, I would also really appreciate the same. I know that it almost seemed one-sided before, but I really, really honestly want to improve that. And,
Right.
if you give me maybe 3 leads, and I give you maybe 5 or 6 leads for a while to kind of build up the trust, that's fine with me.
Okay.
I would be willing to do that for you for a little bit, kind of see where we get with that. Is there anything that I need to know? In
I just
particular?
I kind of want to know how you work, I guess. Like I said, Jerry came in. I think it might have been a maturity thing,
Mhm.
but the communication was terrible.
Right.
I'd refer to him clients, and he'd close the deal with the clients that I'm referring to him, and then never talk to him again.
Right.
So I kind of want to make sure that we're
So personally for me, I always do email first,
Okay.
with my contact information via phone
okay.
in that email. And then if for some reason I don't get a notification back because of the way that the email's sent, I reach out to you via phone.
Okay.
I also keep track track of who has contacted me, who hasn't contacted me, where we are, you know, if they're going to become a potential client
Okay.
with us, and kind of keep notes and keep files. Jerry did do some background stuff, but it wasn't fully, I think, executed properly. So
Right.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on kind of changing that system a little bit and transitioning it into mine
Okay.
to kind of improve that. And like I said, I would really like to touch base weekly, or if possible, bi-weekly too. I don't want to do like a whole month. I think that's a big gap of time
Right.
between the two of us. So I definitely want to reach out to you and kind of see where we are.
Okay.
Um,
You know, when I was working with Jerry, we had scheduled weekly meetings. He
Mhm.
would show up maybe once a month, but weekly seemed to work. I could usually find time in my schedule as long as you're going to show up. You know.
so you would prefer weekly?
Yeah, weekly.
We
works.
can definitely do that. Why don't we do? I don't know. Tuesdays work for you?
Tuesdays work. Yeah.
All right. So why don't we do the same time that we're meeting now, every Tuesday? Do you think that's feasible?
Yeah, but before we commit, I guess I just want to make sure that you're gonna. I have one specific customer that called me before that I
Mhm.
referred to Jerry, and they weren't happy at all, and I kind of want to see how you're gonna handle that before we commit to
With
something.
Jerry or with
Well,
you guys?
no, I just want to see how you're gonna handle fixing that problem, because it makes me look not credible. So I
Right.
want to see how you're gonna fix that problem before
that's understandable.
we schedule something.
Yeah, I will definitely. You know what? I will. Do you have that contact information?
I
in
do.
that? You can give it to me.
Yeah, I'll write you a little note.
A little
here.
note. Okay.
It's right there.
Perfect. Oh, thank you.
Yep.
So what I will do is I will look and see what he has on file for them. I
Okay.
will reach out to them and see kind of what their story is and kind of piece it together. And then when I kind of get that all straightened out, I will let you know. Like I said, I'll probably send out an email first,
Okay.
and then in the email I'll probably have my contact information, best time to reach me
Okay.
during the day, and then we can talk from there.
All right.
That should probably be done. Maybe 7 business days, maybe. So maybe like a week and a half to kind of
Okay.
figure out what's going on. So if we maybe skip to a bi-weekly for this time being,
All right.
by that point it should be fine, and then do weekly after that.
Sounds good.
And do some patchwork, do some back-end stuff. Like I said, I have to transition from that old system and bring it into the one that I like to use and kind of repair that.
Okay. Yeah,
So I
that
could
sounds
definitely
good.
do that for you.
All right. Yeah.
And then you will be on the top of my list to contact.
Glad to hear that.
Yes.
Glad to hear that.
And I'm very enthusiastic to kind of build this relationship because I think you have a lot of opportunities here,
Yeah.
especially on this strip. And like you said, you're a community bank, so I think that would be awesome
Yeah.
to
Absolutely.
kind of work together and see what we can do and what we can accomplish together. Because I definitely want this to be a mutual relationship.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Yep.
Is there anything else you need from me?
No, I think that's about it.
So let's shoot for 2 weeks from today, and we'll
Okay.
figure it out from there. And I will
Alright.
let you know ASAP
All right.
about
Is there a
that.
specific
plan.
time that works?
Let's do. Is 11:30 work for you?
11:30.
11:30. Sounds
good.
great.
It's
It
nice
was a
meeting
pleasure
you,
working
Tyler.
with you.
Thank you. You too.